today we're going to be doing the review on the Empire Axe. Just going to go basically over my personal opinion on it. You're welcome to yours, but this is just kind of, you know, some of the features and all that stuff that comes with the axe, and just kind of some of the pluses and minuses of it. I've used this gun for, I believe, 4 weeks of play, so 4 weekends of play, somewhere in there. I've used it quite a bit as far as, you know, just to test it out and all that, and I think I can give a fair opinion on the gun itself. So some of the main features, obviously the Empire on-off ASA, stock trigger is a micro switch trigger, excellent stock trigger. Okay, this thing is very easy to walk, it's not wobbly or loose in any way. I mean, it's very solid. Just excellent job by the manufacturer. I think that's probably one of the biggest things besides some of the main features that came when I got out of the gun, took the gun out of the box and noticed it. I was very impressed with the trigger on it. The bolt out the back, you know, so even probably easier than some of the toolless ones. You just press the button, twist, and pull out. You got your bolt guide, all that right at your fingertips. Just that easy to take out and reinstall. So very easy to take apart on the field. Well, not on the field, but at the field. It comes with a stock feed neck. This is not a stock feed neck. This is the Empire Nano feed neck. I had one laying around, so I stuck it on here. The stock feed neck I don't have with me, but it is a very nice feed neck. You don't need to upgrade it, but it's personal preference if you would like to. I had mine from an old Mini, so I just went ahead and installed the Nano. Not necessary, but, you know, a great upgrade if you're picky like I am. The D10 system works great on it. The bolt on it is pretty much the exact same as the Invert Mini. Works great, never had any problems with that. Your electronics are in the front grip here. The grip itself is not an 86, it's not a 45 frame. It's a lot, not quite as, I guess you could say, angled as a 45, but not as straight as an 86. Feels amazing, especially for me. I just really love the feel of this gun, especially with the longer grip in the front compared to Mini, and the wider, I guess you could say, how wide it is up here. Just feels excellent in the hands, and it's just amazing feeling gun. Probably one of my favorites as far as the feel of it. The kind of pros and cons to it, we'll get to that in a minute. It comes with a stock 12-inch barrel. The barrel itself is iffy. It's a 6.9 1 bore, I believe, so it's not the greatest. You know, it'll perform, but definitely probably one of the first upgrades I would recommend for it. So that's basically what it comes with. You know, standard packaging, small parts kit and stuff. Nothing you would need to go get out, you know, extra for this gun when you take it out of the box. First thing we're going to do here is go ahead and weigh it to show how much it weighs here. I got my scale. Go ahead and turn it on here. It's a little dusty. Okay, and go ahead and put hold on. So we're just going to go ahead and weigh it. Go ahead and show that it has the battery inside. As you can see, the light flashing there. So there is a battery. Go ahead and weigh it here with the barrel. And see what we got here. I believe that's 2 pounds, 4 ounces. So go ahead and show that. It's 2 pounds, 4 ounces. So a little bit heftier than the Invert Mini, but definitely a light marker by a long shot from some of the others. So that's what the Empire Axe weighs. Some of the pros and cons. Start with the pros. Obviously, we're going to do that first. Comes with an on-off ASA. Big, huge, you know, big, huge advantage over some of the guns. Most guns in this price range, I believe these go for $460 new retail. If I'm correct, if I'm mistaken, excuse me on that, but I believe they cost $460 new. In that price range, very few of them do not have an on-off ASA, but this one has probably one of the coolest with the, you know, flip lever, kind of like a Raps, but different in its own way, and works excellent. Never had any problems with it. The trigger, obviously, like I said, I really like the trigger. No need to upgrade that at all unless you're just looking for a rake style. Bolt out the back. Again, another huge plus that most of the guns don't come with, at least spool valves. No Allen keys, nothing needed for that. Adjusting the velocity on this gun is very easy. You basically set your pressure on your reg to 200, and we'll get into that in a minute on how, you know, that all works. But set your reg pressure to 200 psi, leave that there. You should never have to touch it again. and adjust it out the back. So kind of like you know, some of your you know, your autococker valves and stuff like that. Basically, you just set your reg to what it needs to be and never touch it again. The inline system, obviously, no macro line, which is a huge plus in my book. A lot of people, you know, think, oh, you're gonna have leaks in the gun. I've never had any with all the invert minis. I've owned 4 invert minis and the Empire axe, and never had any problems. Actually, 2 Empire axes. Never had any problems with the air through grip. So, you know, definitely not gonna have any problems with that. You're not gonna have leaks. I've only had 1 or 2 leaks with all the guns I've had, and it was the bolt. So, you know, I've had tons of macro line fittings that leaked, where you never have any problem with this system. And the reg's in here, so it's very small. You know, you're not having any problem. You don't have the reg up here. The reg actually consists of pretty much that much of the ASA. So very nice design in that. It shoots great. It's very smooth. Your grip and stuff feels great in the hands. Very little barrel kick at all. You know, or barrel kick, I guess, barrel rise. Excuse me. No, next to none of that. I mean, just excellent shooting marker. As far as that goes, sound signature is a little bit louder than I was expecting, but can definitely be dropped with a newer bolt or a upgraded bolt. That's about all the upgraded bolts do, is drop the sound signature a little bit. But, you know, probably one of the few things that I thought could have been, that kind of just surprised me when I took it out of the box. It's a tiny bit louder than I was expecting, but not much. The only concern I have with this gun, and I guess I can't really say much whenever the guns I'm comparing it to, but with this gun here, your efficiency is a little bit lower than some of the others in this category, okay? I've got a Dangerous Power FX, and I can shoot almost 2 pods more on the FX than what I can with the Empire Axe. It's filling to the same, you know, pressure and all that, same tank. And I'm being able to get 1 to 2 pods more on an FX than the Axe. Now, a lot of you will say that's because it's a spool valve marker versus a poppet, and that is true. Okay, the FX is a poppet. This is considered kind of a spool valve design inside, and the Axe does have that kind of disadvantage towards those other guns that are out there. As far as comparing it to an invert mini, probably I'd say exactly the same, maybe a tiny bit less efficiency, but overall I would say it's pretty much online with the invert mini. So, you know, if you compare that, I guess that was the only drawback I had to this gun, was the efficiency was a little bit low, and I needed that efficiency when playing. So that's probably the only drawback I had. The only upgrade I would recommend would be getting a barrel kit to go with the gun, obviously. 12-inch barrel's okay, but it's just kind of needs to have a 2-piece at least. Barrel kit would be awesome, so you can match your paint, you know, to the bores. Overall, I guess I would give this gun probably 8.5, 9 out of 10. The only problem with being the efficiency a little bit, and the barrel. You definitely need to upgrade that. Probably the first thing you'll ever need to do with it. But yeah, probably I would say a 9 out of 10 rating on the Empire Axe. Awesome gun, I really like it. Just the efficiency is a little bit lower than I needed, and the barrel definitely needs to be upgraded. So that's kind of my review on the Empire Axe. Hopefully it's helped. If I missed anything, I do know one thing I missed as far as the maintenance of the gun. The maintenance on this gun is another plus. There's very little. What you have is basically what's in the, you know, the bolt guide and the bolt. That's the only maintenance you ever have to do. You don't have to mess with the regulator or anything like that. So in that way, it is definitely got another plus. So 9 out of 10, excellent marker. Definitely props to Empire for making an outstanding marker. And I definitely would recommend it if you are not worried about efficiency or anything, you know, you have the air to play. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this has helped. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll be glad to get back with you as soon as possible. Or if you have any other, you know, inquiries or any other videos you'd like to see, just leave those in the comments and I'll get back to you. So thank you guys for watching, and have a nice day.